Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today, as you can probably tell by my title, we are of course looking at another amazing ship creation from the Steam Workshop. With me today, I actually have a VCX-100 Light Freighter, otherwise known as the Ghost from Star Wars Rebels. If you've watched the show, you've probably seen this in the last couple of years. It was the forefront and main ship of Star Wars Rebels and has become quite a big icon in the Star Wars universe, even being featured in Rogue One, which is quite cool. Well, we're here in Space Engineers today as a user by the name of Primo Super T has actually built a really awesome recreation of the Ghost here in Space Engineers, and this is one of the best I have seen so far. It's built out of small blocks, so relatively it is kind of to scale to a lot of other stuff in the Space Engineers universe, so you can match this up to a Star Destroyer and probably fit it in the hangar of that Star Destroyer as well, along with a few A-Wings and TIE Fighters, and that's quite cool. Building out a small block is really hard sometimes, so hats off to him for doing this. Well, today we're going to be taking a look around the build, finding out all the little details inside, seeing what he's put in there, and just have an adventure with it. So join me as we take a look around the Ghost. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the outer details first, just to see what's actually on the ship and see if we can identify it. I mean, if we just start by looking at the top here, the paintwork on it is amazing. The decals and everything like that are perfectly lined up to how the Ghost should be. Don't forget, this is in Space Engineers, so you've not got some of those sleek curves all the time. You do have to work with what you got, but just the way he's managed to get the details and stuff here, right, are absolutely perfect. I mean, I love the way the paintwork has gone. It looks amazing. So yeah, well done to him on this one. It's also got a Phantom docks at the back here, the original Phantom. We will be taking this out for a spin later and seeing how well it works. Another thing is I really love how the engines of the Ghost have been done here. Brilliant use of the LCDs parked all the way in here behind this other engine pod to create that sort of engine feeling. I love it and I cannot wait to see them in action a bit more. Now, there was an interesting detail on the outside I love the use of. Now, obviously, in bigger ships, we use the interior block to create that sort of living / different armor decal effect. You can't actually use that on small ships and Space Engineers, so instead Primo has used these lovely blocks here, which should be parachute blocks, I think, or was the cargo container? No, these are the cargo container blocks here, to create a sort of armor rigid effect here, as well as a few beacons and blast doors, to just create a different armor texture going along the side there. Because if that was just basic white or grey armor there, it wouldn't look as good as it currently does. Another thing we've paid attention to is putting in these slits in the armor plating here, just to again bring out more detailing, which I absolutely love. The airlocks look really cool as well. Obviously there's one on that side, and then we've got one over here. They can't be reused because obviously this is a small ship, which means that you've got really got much space in there, but we'll show more of the interior in a minute and talk about that and stuff like that. Again, it is a small ship grid. You work with what you've got at the end of the day. Now, some of the other things just to point out as well, there is no windows on this. They're using a little projector glitch like this, which essentially creates the effect of a window. It still does look pretty cool though. I just wish Keen would bring us small ship glass by now, and I really hope in the next update that actually happens. We've got the spotlights up here as well, so they're accurate to where the spotlights on the Ghost were. Lovely to see them. And there's a couple more extra lights down here for just flashiness, as well as the main turret gun down here. And you've even got the turret like bubble cockpit, I'd call it, sat under the main cockpit there, which is awesome. So the attention to detail on this ship is amazing. Cargo doors have also been put in, as well as landing gears. These are your landing gears here. They look pretty cool, and they probably will work on planets. We will have to test them out later, so that would be quite a cool thing to do. Back here as well, you've got more detailing on the ship with blast door blocks using buttons and air vents as well, just to bring out extra little quirky details, which do bring the ship alive. There's also a turret up here as well. I'm not sure if this one can rotate. Oh no, it can rotate. There you go. I was going to say, I'm not sure if it could rotate for a minute, but it actually can, so that looks pretty cool. I was using the Star Wars weapons on this. This ship is totally vanilla apart from the Star Wars weapons, so if you did want to, you could probably take off the Star Wars weapons and equip it with vanilla spacing stuff if you really wanted to. That's the benefit of not using ships with many mods. So yeah, it does use the Star Wars weapons. If you do want to get the ship for yourself and the mod, I will include a link down below in the description. So what we're going to do now is take a look inside the ship. We're going to hop in there. I do currently have a gravity block here. As it's a small ship block, it doesn't have its own gravity. So I've just put this here for a minute so we can walk around on like a level field. Okay, there we go. I just had to replace the ship there for a bit of a bug a minute, which space is cool. So we're lowering a main ramp down here. So this is to be where all your crew would run on board in the Ghost. You obviously saw people firing off their pistols and lightsabers here at certain times throughout the show, which is quite cool. And obviously it does work with a rotor door. I mean, you can seal it up as you then jet away. Now the attention to detail as we come inside here is absolutely amazing. For starters, we've got this little control console here you see in the Ghost a couple times, and that is basically when they're using like a grappler or a magnetic ramp, I think they call it, or maglock surface, basically when they can attach cargo containers and stuff like that. You've seen them do it quite a few times in Star Wars Rebels. It's quite a nifty sort of way of like hauling cargo around. It would make sense as this is a cargo or a light freighter, which is quite cool. Now we've also got the cargo bay doors down here as well, which we can open up if we do want to just take a quick hop out or drop things out. I always remember that scene where I was at Chopper kicked the other droid down there and he fell out of the ship, which was quite funny. So yeah, that one's there well. This door doesn't actually lead to anything back here. It is just a sealed door. There's nothing actually behind it, as you can see there if you was wondering. I'm not hiding anything from you, it's just generally how it is. Lovely bit of attention to detail over here, using ground down corner blocks and other blocks here to recreate the ladder going up to the next section. So as we'll see, we're going to jetpack up here, as there is no ladders in Space Engineers. Come on, developers. Please give it to us one day. Inside here we have a bubble cockpit, which is looking amazing. I'm glad this was actually featured in here. Typically you have Ezra or someone else sat in here. It'd be far enough for turrets towards TIE fighters. So yeah, it's quite cool as well. You can probably control it in there, I'd imagine. Yeah, you got nose gunner, so we can control here. And there you go, you've got your gun. And you can fire it there. Looks awesome. So we're going to hop upstairs now in the main sort of deck of the Ghost. This is obviously the cockpit in here. You've got your 4 seats, so your hair of the pilot would sit over here. Then you'd have a Kanan or someone sat like that. And then you'd have 2 passengers sat in the background here. Now obviously this is a small grid ship, so it is quite small inside here. You're not going to have much effort of moving around, but you can reach each seat to get into there, which is pretty cool. A few diagnostic screens in the back here. You've got like a layer of the Ghost there. Some diagnostics of Space Engines, which is quite cool. A couple of buttons as well. Now ideally there would be doors here, but again, small grid ship, you can't actually fit doors on it, which is a shame, so we're just left with an open archway. In here we have Hera's quarters, I believe, which is looking pretty cool. Cargo container access stuff in there. Kind of basic, her quarters always were. You got Kanan's ones over here. His like his Jedi pad or like meditation thing he kind of laid on all the time, which is quite cool to see. In here we have, this is Zeb's and Ezra's quarters, which is quite cool. You also got the art over here. Very nice. I say cool a lot as well, I just realised. Do a little bit of a table over here. Beacons and blaster blocks here used to bring out a design detail in the wall. Instead of just using a basic sort of like plain wall, Primer's gone to the effort of putting a beacon in there, some blaster blocks, just to bring out the detailing in a ship. I love it when creators do that. It's something I really like to see. And obviously you've got a bunk bed here. I always remember that scene where it fell on Zeb. Hilarious. Now in this one here we have Sabine's quarters. You can tell this one because of all the art and stuff in here. Obviously the famous meme there, do it. You've got Cad Bane down there as well. There's a rocket launch from SpaceX, I think. That looks really funny. Buttons around here, sound blocks. It's a trap. Star Wars Rebels, which is a season 4 poster, wasn't it? Stormtrooper saying Rebel. We've also got a worked out Stormtrooper, and of course Kylo Ren. What more do you need? So this is Sabine's quarters. Looks really cool. I love how Primer's paid attention to like applying the colours and stuff that was used in the show. Really nice. So as we walk through into the mid part of the ship here, we've also got a runway down here to the airlock doors. Now these do not work again because doors cannot fit on these ships here. You probably could set it with rotors, but due to the size the Ghost is built, it'd probably be extremely hard to do. So I'm happy with it just being sealed up. If you want to call the difference, you could probably just unseal it for yourself, but it looks quite good for a minute. Now the same is all the way over here, just the same thing again, the door is sealed up, so no big deal. The ladder doesn't actually go anywhere in here, so yeah, because again, so there's not really much places you can go to. Ideally that would go up to the bubble cockpit at the top there, but obviously there's not enough space in the small grid to actually accommodate it, so it's just left like that. We've also got more of the crew quarters back here, the sofa they all sat on with a little table. I think there's usually a game of chess or something like that going in there. Also we've got the cupboard which Ezra was shut in season 1 with a picture of all the Star Wars films over there. Again, more detailing in here. Sorry about the lighting glitch, by the way. This is a Space Scenes error. Nothing I can do about it. A few more posters and stuff over here. Rotaheads or ore detectors, actually. They look pretty cool. We've also got a cargo container access here, so if you're using this in survival mode, you could access it and just play around in there with it, which is pretty cool. Don't think I'm missing anything in this room. No, I'm not. Then back here, I guess, is like the other eating room or the kitchen and stuff like that. I thought there would be like a medical area on a ship, but I don't think they don't have one, so yeah, this is just like an eating area around here. I think we saw this in one of them. I cannot remember now. I think it was there at one point when Zeb was eating dinner and like Chopper threw Ezra on it or something like that. It must have been there at one point. Now typically you could access a Phantom from here. Unfortunately, again, small good ship, we cannot access Phantoms, so we have to go outside and do that, which is what I'm going to show you now, because I know you all want to see the Phantom as well. Let's hop back down here, unseal the door. There we go, door's almost unsealed. Awesome, let's jet out. And we can hop into the Phantom up here. Now, as you can see, this is just docked in the back here, which is really nice. This is the original Phantom as well, not the set with the shutter one, which I wasn't really a fan of. I preferred this one, because that one, the other set with the shutter one crashed quite a lot. So right, let's see if we can take this off. I think if we do 7, then unlock the landing gears. I'm trying not to burn anything. I think it's, oh, it's detach. Okay, let's press 9. I don't think we're actually going anywhere. Oh, no, there we go. Well, hey, and we're away. Nice, so the Phantom is now away. Unfortunately, it doesn't have its folding out wings on the side, which is slightly disappointing, but again, there's not really much space you could put it in there. So there we go, we've detached the Phantom from the Ghost, and it looks awesome. And it works like the Phantom as well. And there you go, we can probably could dock back with it. I wouldn't want to face my chances though, as I'd probably crash it and ruin it, so we're not going to try that today. So I'm just hopping in the main part of the Ghost here to give you a spin on how all of this works. So we're just going to jet forward a minute, try not to destroy our gravity generator, and see how well this does. Ignore the cockpit on the side there, I blew it up earlier. Also got main guns on the front there. There you go, the sound's a little bit off at the minute. Also got Top Gun as well. Number 4, we have another cannon, which is E1 on the top. Now, number 5, this does rotor dorsal cannon. And we've got gyroscopes, we've got rotor, which is the cargo ramp, spotlights, and also got timer block for the landing gear. So you press number 9, the landing gear will deploy at the bottom there, as you can see. So if you're on a planet, you've got quick access to that, which is quite cool. Ramps going up, very nice. Lights, extra lights if you needed them. Cargo container, and obviously landing gear retrieve as well. Pretty cool. So those are all your buttons here for the Ghost. It is looking amazing. I definitely recommend you check this out on the Steam Workshop. It is an amazing ship. So much attention to detail has been played, or has been, looked at by Primo, so it's definitely worth a look around. I personally hope to use this in a Star Wars battle sometime soon if I can, maybe using some of the rotors and stuff like that, as this could definitely be a good ship to see leading a Rebel attack squadron, maybe a Star Wars Rebels themed battle. If you'd like to see that, let us know down below in the comments, as I'm sure this ship, with a couple of A-Wings and stuff like that, would be super cool. Maybe having a Phantom doing a battle as well, I could imagine that's actually really fun. But anyway guys, this has been the VCX 100 Light Freighter, aka the Ghost. Again, if you do want to get it for yourself, the link is down below in the description to where you can go download it from the Steam Workshop. Make sure to subscribe to it, favourite it, and like it. The creators deserve all the attention they get for creating these talented builds. Guys, I've been Captain Jack, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.